Hello, family and friends that I'm forcing to watch this, and anyone else who has found this show. My name is Keegan Evans, and I am the host of Movie Scores, the only show on YouTube that focuses on the most unappreciated aspect of movies, the score, also known as the soundtrack or the music. In this show, I will be reviewing movie scores, doing movie score countdowns, and talking about big composers and their new projects. Today, for the first episode, I'm going to be talking about 3 of this spring and summer's big movies. The reason I say spring is because first up on this list is Captain America: The Winter Soldier, which came out April 4th.
Get me off the grid, now!
They call him the Winter Soldier.
The score was written and directed by Henry Jackman, who scored movies like X-Men First Class, Wreck-It Ralph, and Captain Phillips. He was actually an apprentice of Hans Zimmer. Now right off the start, this score is strong. Check out the track Lemurian Star, linked below, which starts out the movie. In the last Captain America movie, there really wasn't a theme, but Henry Jackman has now created a very Avengers-esque theme, and I've got to say, I love it. The whole score is strong front to back, and it has some fantastic undertones when the Winter Soldier shows up, which really adds this creepy mood and just adds to the whole overall spy thriller that you get from this superhero movie. I'm going to give this score a 4 out of 5 Hail Hydras because 5 out of 5s are really, they're for the best of the best, and even though this score was strong, I can't put it up there with scores like The Avengers or things like that. It just wasn't incredible, but it was a really good score, so solid work, Henry Jackman. Next up, with our superhero theme of the day, we have The Amazing Spiderman 2, scored by Hans Zimmer, and if you don't know who he is, you've been living under a rock for quite a few years. Can I just say that I had no idea this was scored by Hans Zimmer. When I checked it after I got out of the theater, I was blown away. I honestly thought it was scored by James Horner because he did the last movie, and it was just way too different to be Hans Zimmer. But it was Hans Zimmer. I know a lot of people criticize the score by incorporating voices and stuff, but I thought they went out on a limb with it, and Hans Zimmer tried something completely different. From the moment you get that new Spider-Man theme as he's falling, I was like, yes, this is it. I am in this movie, I'm pumped. This score just does not sound like Hans Zimmer, and by no means Hans Zimmer scores are bad. They are indeed incredible, but he really branched out with his style. I'm just gonna say, dubstep from Hans Zimmer. Dubstep from Hans Zimmer. The theme was used in even more quiet moments, which I absolutely love when movies do this. Check out the track Ground Rules. It's a soft song, but it incorporates that theme that's throughout the entire movie. Awesome job, Hans Zimmer. You really showed your range from scoring things like the Dark Knight series, which is amazing, to The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Nice work, good sir. Nice work. I'm going to give you a very strong 4 out of 5 stars for this score. Last up on the list today is X-Men Days of Future Past, scored by John Ottman, who scored movies like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Superman Returns, and X-Men 2.
Let's go!
So I'm very biased towards theme composers, and John Ottman really isn't a theme composer. All of the music that was in X-Men worked really well for the scenes, but I honestly couldn't remember any of it walking out of the theater. Comparing this to the other movies, Captain America and Spider-Man 2 had these strong themes that were stuck in my head for days. Nothing stood out about this score, and not that it was really bad, there just really wasn't any theme that was stuck in my head or any moment that I remember that was just jaw-dropping because of the score. It always added a little bit of flair to the movie, and for a movie that was so epic, I was just kind of sad that it didn't have such an epic score. The only song from this that I ever actually had stuck in my head was from one of the trailers, and you probably know which one I'm talking about, but I'm not even sure if that was scored by John Ottman, and that wasn't in the movie. So I've got to give this one a 3 out of 5 stars because it did its job, and it did its job pretty well, but there really wasn't this amazing theme that went with it, and I really want the X-Men to have a theme like the Avengers. But they don't, so John Ottman, good job, but work on your themes. Alright guys, so that's it for my first episode of Movie Scores. I hope you enjoyed my reviews, and remember, these are just my opinions, and I'd love to hear yours in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, go listen to some movies. You should like Movie Scores. You should! Because they're nice! Hey, guess what? There's a dog right there. You can't see him, though. He's real. His name's Trooper. Right? Hand puppets. This is a dog. This is a dog. This is how dogs are.